Hello everyone, in this video I will cover each and every step that you need to create your first GitHub repository and to push any project that you want to your GitHub account. My name is Ashok Kumar Sharma and I cover the topics that are important for you to advance in your field, whether you are in data analytics or business analytics or data science. As you guys know that hosting your projects to the GitHub account or to the personal website is extremely important nowadays, because this is the only thing that demonstrate your skills, that demonstrate that you have done the work. It demonstrates that how comfortable you are creating the projects, publishing it on your GitHub repository, and you can work in the collaboration with the other members. So it's challenging for the individuals who are working for the first time, I understand, because there are not steps that you find at a single place. So in this video what I have created, I have noted down the steps from start to end, and that will help you to create your first GitHub repository, to push your first project, and to push any other files that you want to push there, or you can collaborate with the individual member. So if you will follow these steps, I am sure that you will able to create your first GitHub repository very easily. So are you guys ready to create your first repository? Then follow these steps. So the first step is go to the github.com, and once you will go to the github.com, then you will see here you can either sign in or sign up. If you still don't have the GitHub account, go to the sign up and create one. If you have the GitHub account, then you can go to the sign in option. You can go to the sign in option, you can use your username and password and everything, and you can just sign in. It can ask for the more authentications, like either SMS or some pass keys. So I'm just putting the SMS. Once I will receive the SMS, I will just put down the code here. Okay, so after this I will be logging to my GitHub account. Once I logged in here, now let's say if I want to create a GitHub repository, so there are two options. Either I can go here and start creating the one, but if I'm working in the terminal and I just don't want to upload files again and again here, so what I can do, I can start working on my repository, start working on the project in my terminal, and I can push the repository from there itself. How to do that? So let's go to the step 2. Step 2 is give the GitHub the access through your terminal. And for giving the access to the GitHub through your terminal, you need to install the GitHub CLI. So for this, what you can do, you can go to the CLI github.com, and once you will reach there, GitHub CLI, you can install the gh command using brew install gh, or you can download it for the Mac if you are working on the Mac. If you don't have the brew, just download the brew using the conda. Once you will install the gh, this gh will help you to give the access to your GitHub repository. You can simply check whether the gh is working or not. So for doing this, you can, in your terminal, you can simply write the gh, and once you will write the gh, you will get this gh issue, gh repo. That means the gh command is working. I did not write the brew install gh because it is already installed for me, but you guys need to write the brew install.gh to install it. Okay, now the gh is you have the GitHub account ready. Now you have the gh installed. So what you will do next, you will use this gh. Okay, use the gh to give the authentication, so that you can access the GitHub repository from your terminal. And for this, you will run this command gh auth login. So this is the one step. If you'll do this, what it will ask, you can use up arrow and down arrow key. It will ask you whether you would like to go github.com or other. So you would like to go github.com, hit enter. It will ask SSH or HTTPS, hit again. Now it will ask authenticate Git with your GitHub credentials. Yes. Now it will ask whether you want to paste the authentication token, or you would like to log in with the browser. You can use any one of the option from here. Okay, whatever you will do. Now for this second option, authentication token, you need to get the token, and I will show you how you can get those tokens from there. Once you will paste it, you will have the complete access to the GitHub repository directly from your terminal. But there is another step also that you can follow here. That step is again to get the token. Now to get the token, what you will do, you will go to this website github.com settings.token. If you'll go to this website, so you will get here something. So here are a lot of tokens. You can go to the generate new token option. In generate new token, you can click generate new token classic, and from here you can just write the token name. You can write the for new repo, or for the first repo, for the first repository, write something like this, and you can click here on the repo and you can generate the token. Now this is your token that you can write in the previous command also or here also. Now this token is copied. Now what is the step? Token is copied. Now you need to write export gh token and your token. So you will write export gh token equal to your token ID. Once you will hit this, this means you have now given the complete access to the GitHub repository. Perfect. Now let's go to the step 3, and the step 3 is, so in step 1 what we have done is created a GitHub account. In step 2 what we have done, we downloaded the GitHub CLI and we gave the complete access to the GitHub repository through our terminal. Now the third task is to create GitHub repository. So you can create any directory that you want. So let's say I want to create my first repository. So I will simply create a directory mkdir my first repository, and in my first repository what I will do, so I will go into the my first repository using cd command, and once I am in my first repository, what I will do is simply check nothing is there, this is empty. Okay, so in my first repository the first thing I will do the git init, so it will start the git command. Once the git init command is there, after that what I will do, I will simply add any file. So I can add any file using git add, I can do dot, and it will add any file that is there in this folder to the GitHub repository. But right now we don't have any file here, everything is empty. So let's copy one of the file from one of my folders, and in that let's say I have one readme file, so I copied it here. Now in this folder you can see I have one readme file, so either I can do git add dot, it will add the readme file, but sometimes you have a lot of files, lot of scripts, lot of folders, and you carefully want to upload the selected ones. So I will do here git add and readme dot. So what this command will do, this command will add this readme file to the repository structure that is made. We are working here. Okay, after adding this file we will make the command git commit and the comment. So we'll write git commit, and then after that git commit we will write -m and then comment. So -m and comment, you can write my first git repo readme file readme, you can write anything here. So this is just a message. Once you will do the git commit, you will see here you have done one commit in the master root, you changed one file, and file name is readme.md. You need to carefully read it. Okay, once you did this, then after commitment you want to create your first or push your first GitHub repo, and for this we will use the GitHub CLI that we created, and the command is gh. So for this what we are doing, gh repo now create. So we are creating first repository at our GitHub account directly. Okay, for that what we'll do, we'll simply enter the post button. Once we'll do this post, what it is doing, it is creating a GitHub repository at mygithub.com, and this is the first repository. We can go to directly this link or directly this link to open the repository, but we'll go to our GitHub account and we'll check if it is there. And everything is there what they have added, created this GitHub my first repository.git, head master, everything is here. Okay, now we can quickly go and check if we have that repository ready or not. So we will go to our GitHub account. If I will go to simply my GitHub account, in my GitHub account, if I will go to my repositories, in my repositories you will see the first repository that we just created, updated now. This is my first repository. What file we are seeing here is the readme file that we uploaded. Now any file that you want to add here, what you will do, that's very simple steps. Let's say right now we have only readme file. If you want to upload any other file, so let's copy again any other file from the folder that I was working with. So let's say from here I will copy some file complete pipeline.py. So now I have here one script file and I'm working on this file. I can keep editing this file as much as I want, and at last after editing and everything I simply want to push this to the repository. So this is the only one time command, okay, because you have already created the repository. Now you will simply run git push origin master or git push origin main, depending upon which branch you want to push. So if you have seen here, the repository which we have created is a master root. So what we will do here is git push origin master. So simple command git push origin and master. Now if I will do this, what I'm pushing, nothing. So what I will do first, I will do git add bisulfite this. So what I'm doing, I'm just adding this file. Once this file is added, what I will do, git commit minus what I'm doing, original, I'm adding script, adding changed or modified script. Okay, commit. Now after commit, we can do the push. So we can do the git push origin master, git push origin origin master. If you'll do this, this is added to the GitHub repository. We can go to the GitHub. Here only readme file was there. It will simply hit this button. What we are seeing now, bisulfite complete pipeline file is also there. So you can add as many as file you want from here. You simply need to do git add file, then git commit file with your message, what commitment you are doing, and at last you will do git push original master. You don't have to create the repository again and again because you have already created. These are the very simple and very basic steps. If you will follow these steps, you will able to create your first GitHub repository. Go ahead, follow these steps, create your repository, and let me know if you are getting any difficulties, if you're getting any troubles. Write me on my email id compbiosarma@gmail.com. I'm just writing it here for you guys, compbiosarma@gmail.com. I am super happy to hear from you guys what you have learned and whether you are able to create your GitHub repository or not. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you in the next video with the next skill or the next thing that can help you to advance in your career.